The following video explains Duke 3B loops, exercise 2. Exercise 2 is a continuation from exercise 1, where we are talking about a technology workshop and creating tickets. We are using a loop method for creating these tickets. So let's have a look at task A. With task A, you do not need to do any kind of coding. Instead, you need to look, read, understand what is going on. So let me help explain what's going on. At the very beginning, we have import java.utility_scanner. That is an extra feature that you need to import at the beginning before you initiate anything with the class or developing methods or anything else. So that is done for you, but you need to be aware that that is an option that was done for you. And then where is it going to receive the input? It's going to use the keyboard that is an actual computer keyboard. That's what it's referring to. That's where it's coming from. In this task A example, we have three variables. Two are string, one is an int, short for integer. So we need a numerical value indicating how many tickets. But with the empty quotation marks here, that indicates that there will be a user input for that. Next, after declaring the variables, because you want to do variables at the beginning before you output anything and before you begin any kind of method. The variables come first. So system.out.print, which workshop are you going to? So they're asking us a question. And then it's going to leave the next line down available for the user to input the name of the workshop that they're going to. So this line of text will not appear. Instead, it will just be a cursor blinking here, waiting for a response. Again, how many tickets? And with this tickets variable, this will not show up. Instead, it's in the background, so the user doesn't see it. The cursor is just blinking, waiting for the person to enter the total amount of tickets. So when the two questions are done, now we need to begin the loop process to start generating the tickets. This is the loop process. This is to start the loop. All right. For starts the loop, and then int is the name of the variable, and the letter I is just any character. It doesn't need to be I. It can be X. It can be Y. It can be Z. And then the value of I is 0. So again, I is going to be less than the total amount of tickets that has been inputted. So if the person entered 5 for the amount of tickets, it's going to initiate the count at 0, and then we'll go no higher than 5 tickets if they choose 5. And then I, with the 2 plus signs there, this indicates to keep adding up by 1. And then, as we said before, no more than 5. Next, system.out.print. Notice that it doesn't say print line. Enter student name. So questions asked, loop started, and it will start creating the tickets. And we'll go one at a time as you enter students' names. All right, so this next line below here, student variable equals keyboard. So that means the cursor will be blinking, waiting for input from the user. And then this is the overall design of the actual ticket. So pay attention to what is going to be displayed on the ticket inside the quotation marks. And then what is going to be the variable value. Okay, so whatever they enter for the workshop name back up here in the question will then appear here. Again, with the student name that was asked here, whatever they enter will show up here. And then you will see the ticket number accumulate one at a time. So that is all task A. So all this can be repurposed for task B. So in task B, when we look at the directions, the instructions file, let's have a close look at what they want that's going to be different. Okay, so this is what it will display and what it will look like. So what this means is it's going to prompt the user for the year of the conference, so that way we'll see the year. Second, it will prompt for the number of vouchers and enter the number of vouchers. Vouchers are like discount uh, discount tickets. Um, and then loop the number of vouchers with the index for the student initials and enter the student initials. Okay, so that is a question that's going to be asked. Display the voucher design. That's pretty much done for you as long as you copy and paste. We want the year on it. We want the student's initials. So what this means is you're going to have to create some variables. So if you need a little help with creating the variables, you can copy and then paste the actual variables here from up above, but you're going to change it. So it's not going to be workshop student tickets. Instead, it's going to be the conference year, or maybe you want to just say year. Int could be vouchers. Int vouchers equals 0. And then a third variable would be string, not students because that's already been used. Initials. I would use initials. So those are the three variables that I would put here. Now we need to declare input. So going back up here, this is the input that was used before asking the question. So you could copy this and paste it here, but there's going to be a different variable because up here there's a workshop variable, and the workshop variable is included in this line of text. So instead of workshop, it's going to be the year variable that you created here and put that in that line of code for the input. So just like this, but it will say which year, what is the conference year? And then this will say year, if that's the name of your variable. Okay, so now we got input, now the input process, the output. Okay, let's initiate the loop. So you would highlight, copy that, and paste it into the process here. But you may notice that here it says tickets, and that is okay because that is not a variable that was declared here, but it was initiated up here and it's going to be reused again. So this is all one thing. So we will have this variable included down here as well. So it will be basically the same loop. We'll initiate this loop, including this little curly brace entered down here. And then after that, you're going to ask what, please enter the student initials. So you would highlight this, copy, and paste it right after the loop. And it will say, not enter student name, but please enter student initials. And then this variable says student, but instead you want to use the variable name that you have down here, which is probably the word initials. Whatever you use for the student initials variable would go in here. Next, the design of the ticket. So here you can copy all this and paste it down here as well. And pay attention to how the ticket is designed. So you want to design it so it's going to display the conference year. Um, okay. Um, so cyber conference discount code. Cyber is the name of the um, conference. The year is 2022, and the student initials are right there. Um, Voucher number 2, so that is automatic because of this right here. That will just show up. But you will need to modify this information here to uh, to be displayed here. I hope that gets you to think and without telling you too much. But